That night was long. Far too long. It was a night when no one was supposed to enter the ship, a night when secrets moved in the shadows. But Gabriel and Sam, they saw everything. The ship's boss walked down the gangway, a security guard right beside him. A white van pulled up silently, picked up the boss, and drove away. But as soon as it left, something strange happened. The chief guard returned. He whispered something to two men from that group we'd been watching earlier. They moved fast, changing into ship uniforms like they'd done it 1,000 times. No hesitation, no fear. Then, the guard led them straight up the ship's staircase and walked them right inside. That was the moment I understood everything. This ship, this was exactly the kind of ship all the Liberian guys used to watch for at night. Gabriel remembered what the lady from Tarqua Bay had told them. He turned to Sam. Sam, now I get it. This is why they had so much security. This is the kind of ship people risk everything to get on. But then, a harsh reality hit them. Sam looked around the dark, empty port. Gabriel, how are we going to get home? There are no boats. This late, Gabriel was determined. Let's try. We can't sleep here tonight. They ran toward the backside of the port, desperate. Suddenly, a shout from Sam. Look, Gabriel, a boat. They waved their arms wildly, running, and the driver thankfully stopped for them. They scrambled aboard and crossed the dark river back to their village. Late that night, they sat outside, the events of the evening swirling in their minds as they discussed their future. Sam told Gabriel about his uncle in the United States. I'm going to call him for help, Sam said. When he asks what I need, what should I say? Gabriel's answer was simple. Tell him the truth. Tell him we need help. But something else was pulling at Gabriel's mind. The ship, the secret travel, the hidden passengers. Sam, he said, I want to know more. This weekend, we have to go back to Tarqua Bay. We need to meet Miss Nunda again. Sam nodded without a second thought. Okay, this weekend, we go. And with that, they finally slept. Morning came quickly. They bathed, drank some coffee, and crossed the river back to the port for another day of work. After 5 hard hours of labor, it was finally time for lunch break. At the canteen, they ran into 2 old friends. One who worked on a Congo ship, and another from a fishing vessel. The one from the fish ship leaned in and whispered, I'm planning to go with a big ship. They asked him when. He just shrugged. No one knows the departure day. They keep it a secret. Gabriel and Sam looked at each other. They wanted the same thing, but they didn't have the money. That weekend, they made their way back to Tarqua Bay and found Miss Nunda. She smiled when she saw them. Later that night, she took them to meet a man. He was tall, maybe 35 to 40 years old, with a wife and a child. His name was Sonny. He was the most respected shipboy on the entire island. He owned 3 speedboats and had many men working under him. He spoke multiple languages and seemed to know every captain, every route, and every secret the ocean held. And that night, their connection with him began. That's how we started working with Sonny, going out to sea, doing business with ship captains, learning the life of the ocean. They kept going back and forth from the island to the port, from the port to the sea. Eventually, the huge ship Gabriel had been working on finally finished its repairs. They got paid about a week after the job was done. But then one morning, the ship was just gone. There was no horn, no announcement, no warning at all. It had vanished into the horizon. I still believe some people knew where that ship was going, but not us. Gabriel looked at Sam and said, Don't worry. One day, we will travel on one of these ships. God will open the way. They kept working with Sonny. They kept saving every penny they could, until the day something happened at sea. Something Gabriel says he will never, ever forget for the rest of his life. Thank you for watching, and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss what happens next.